Daryl, when you look at this roster upgrade is pretty significant. Who do you see as guys that have to come in and compete to try to hang on to their spots? Some guys you'll just be keeping an eye out for.
Well, I think the most notable position group is going to be wide receiver. It is a packed room, and everybody is back. And they added a receiver in the draft, too. So I think that adds an intriguing element. So if you play wide receiver and your name is not Jarvis Landry, Donovan Peoples-Jones, or Odell Beckham Jr., you're going to have to come to camp and be ready to compete for a job. I think obviously Rashard Higgins, he's fairly safe, so I'll mention him as well. But if you're below those four guys, there's only two roster spots available. So I certainly think that wide receiver is going to be at least the back end of that position group is going to be compelling to watch come training camp. And then backup offensive line, who's going to fit in and be the swing tackle, the swing interior lineman. Defensive, I guess I also should probably, mention running back, because there are going to be some familiar names that are not going to make the team, like D'Ernest Johnson. I don't know that he makes this football team this year. Looking, you got Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Obviously, you're 1 and 2 guys, but behind him, they added Demetric Felton in the draft. It stands to reason they're going to keep their draft picks. So I think that squarely puts D'Ernest Johnson on the bubble. On the defensive side of the ball, I think that they're pretty well set. They really needed to bolster that side of the ball, and that's exactly what Andrew Berry did through free agency and through the draft. So I don't know that there's many familiar names on that side of the ball that you're just going to be like completely shocked if somebody gets cut. But both sides, I think the starting 11's pretty much spoken for.
Would you be surprised if someone like Mack Wilson or Sione Takitaki was involved in one of those roster battles? They had a couple linebackers, and I know they like both of them, and they're only in their third year, I think it is.
Right, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me, because clearly if the Browns were happy with that position, they would not have gone out and did what they did this offseason as far as bolstering that group. They signed Anthony Walker in free agency. They drafted a couple of guys, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, who I really, really like and believe has a chance to be a 3-down linebacker because of his versatility. Tony Fields II, they added him in the draft as well. So, yeah, I certainly, Sione Takitaki and Mack Wilson, they are on notice that their roster spots and their playing time certainly is not guaranteed.